Oh, yeah, I got here late.
Yes.
Is he still gonna have that social media fight?
He got his amateur license, apparently.
Yeah, I heard he was gonna have a social media fight like in March.
I guess it's here then.
Against like some Filipino TikToker. Yeah, it's gonna be here in LA.
Yeah, he talked to me and Frankie earlier, so he's just gonna be here. He gonna miss his dad's birthday and everything. But kick it here with the Palas, I guess, for the holidays.
Huh. Gonna be spending Christmas with Sean.
Pretty much. Christmas with Sean's this year.
Yeah.
Jerwin, Marlon.
All those guys.
That was rough for that one, man. Unification on New Year's.
The Japan fight. Fighting in Japan is like bad luck this year.
Apparently, man. Shit.
Sure, Inoue, Casimiro since last year. The poor guy, the one guy from Japan that made it out here, that lasted 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
Sorry.
Shit was rough.
Pretty much Jerwin gets maybe a tune-up fight in a couple months and wait out the whole.
Pretty much.
No, I'm just gonna because he's gonna bring them to us. Just have to thing, right? Yeah.
So he was Christmas with the Pacquiaos.
Because we were allowed to get escorted, right? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. 22nd, no, the 21st world title appearance. That's nuts.
What's up, Ron?
Fucking 20-year career.
What's up, brother? Huh?
You got enough food?
Yeah, I'm good, brother. They didn't even set up the chairs for us, man. Just want to get us the fuck out of here. Which, I want to get the fuck out of here, too.
Okay with it, man. After I came, of course I decided to come early today, man.
Yeah, I did. I got the timing pretty good because I knew that we're going to play the tank first. So I'm like, all right, I'll get here like 7:30, walk in like 7:45. The shit will be ending, and then I'll get real fights.
Yeah, definitely. It's not a great idea having that outdoor.
Yeah, it's a little rough this time of year, but it wasn't too bad. The Donaire fight got a little cold, but prior to that, I feel like we were pretty good.
Felt his power right away.
Yeah.
Because that guy's usually hyper-aggressive.
Yeah, that guy was
Right, Steve?
messing
Which
around.
one?
Reymart usually fucking is the one that's coming forward, and this time
He felt that real quick. Within like the first 30 seconds,
Yeah, he was like, oh,
Donaire
fuck,
caught him in between an exchange. He was like, you know what? Never mind.
Every time Reymart tried to wind up, he just looked off balance after, and Nonito just, he knew it.
No, he's right, though. Nonito clipped him with one where he was just like, okay.
Yeah.
And after that,
There's
it
a
was
couple
just
Nonitos, like,
Like, you
Old
don't
man
want to
powers.
take too many of those.
That's the thing about it too, man. The guy's compact. Sucks. You know?
hey, y'all watched the Probellum fights this morning, though?
No. Where was it? What?
Dubai.
Axis. It was in
AXS,
Dubai.
yeah,
AXS, so it
Sonny
aired
Edwards.
at, it aired at like 8 a.m.
You're not the bump
And there was-
more than that.
No, but they totally canceled the Butler.
Yeah, why did that get canceled? Was it because of the?
Mike's good.
What's his
It
name?
was Casimiro,
He pulled
Butler,
out first.
and yeah, that whole shit.
And then it was supposed to be for
Like
an interim
8
title.
hours later.
Yeah,
they
it was an
scrapped the whole thing.
interim title fight. But he was saying he wasn't going to fight him if he wasn't going to get a
Four of
title.
us.
The best was the. I don't know what happened with that one. The best was the Nietes fight though. Dude didn't know it was a 10-rounder. Was fighting for 12.
Early on. Get your one-on-one.
Yeah.
It's like it ends in a draw. It's like the hell.
It's all uploaded before you even show your card.
Still cold, bro?
Yeah. Then I gotta take a fucking leak now. Jesus fuck, man. I gotta go back and watch everything.
Oh, you have your laptop open?
know, like I had it open and I was like looking, not looking, and then I kept just like, not paying enough attention. I kept being like, why are you watching all these other fights where it pulls, man? Just relax on what you're doing. But that knockdown, fuck.
Amanda got tapped out.
Amanda got tapped. Dustin tapped.
No way.
Dustin tapped too. Amanda was getting pieced up before she got choked out too. She was getting beat up. Yeah, by Julia Pena. Juliana Pena.
She had a kid and disappeared for a while and came back.
This was her first fight back, isn't it?
No, she had I think 2 fights.
Oh, I hadn't seen her.
I think she had 2 fights. She lost 1 and won 1.
I'm wearing the same color.
And then Dustin tapped. Cody went to sleep.
Oh, he did he?
Yeah.
That French dude knocked him out?
Yeah, I guess his chin's gone. That's what everyone's saying.
Especially he keeps fucking trying to drop weight. That's not gonna help, bro.
Tuesday.
What else? Yeah, Coleman went down.
His ass kicked this time.
Yeah, but he went the distance, though.
He went 12.
I fucked up and got up, and then I got vicious. Even like a delayed reaction, fucking knocked down. Cracked it.
There's a couple seconds in the
I'm like, Tyrone. I tried to get a spot when they were doing.
I didn't even bother this time around because I knew it was such short notice that he was gonna be bombarded with everything.
Yeah, they told me slots and it's for TMZ, ESPN, and I forgot who
This is
else.
gonna turn into a scrum.
Yeah, for sure. What's my favorite one?
Why they gotta say it like short? You going to Tampa, Marcos?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
When did you get in there?
Tuesday.
Damn, wow.
My first event's Wednesday.
I'm just surprised that it's going to be out there all week for that one. That one does work for you guys, huh?
Not really.
At least it'll be warm.
In Tampa? It gets cold over there though too.
It'll be warmer than here.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I've noticed that Jake, or Taiwan, he brings an MMA audience, that's why.
Yeah.
Jake's audience is an MMA audience. That's why we're always up and down with fucking the videos.
So I'm surprised you're still going. I
was going, that was before though, that was with Tommy because
Tommy, I was going.
Yeah, I was like with Tyson, but after that, it's like I already paid for everything, I'm not gonna.
Is Hasbulla still coming?
Who?
Hasbulla still coming?
He's supposed to, I think he was just.
This is bullshit. I thought that was true.
I thought it was.
It'd make for good
I
optics.
thought it was just like a PR stunt.
But that's what the kid's all about. Like it knows how to bring eyes, you know?
Yeah.
Down to us there at the top floor. Little chicken sandwich wasn't bad at the food truck.
That Nashville chicken sounds wow.
That's kind of nice.
The food truck?
Yeah.
What? Food truck up there at
That's a food truck?
Hercules?
Yeah.
I got $13 pizza.
No, you gotta go to the food trucks here.
It was pretty. It was
I didn't know
not
about
bad.
it.
Yeah. You go off.
Had a little
You know when you walk
flavor,
in, you
nice
walk up the
crispy.
stairs and you walk in, go to the left side, and around that corner. Going on around that way, the food trucks are that way.
I'm a noob, so.
Yeah. So give me the inside scoop. Yeah.
Thanks.
Normally there's more food trucks over that side.
That's
There was just one, but there's better food. Like pizza, chicken, chips, and shit.
Dude, this has been like a fucking 3 months blitz of, 6 months blitz of just fucking event after event after event.
Because I will leave my told that you're
Older this.
that stay up all night and then get up early in the morning. Oh, we're gonna have a practice at 9 and come from this and get
That Canelo fight week was crazy because they had the teal. No, they had the Terry Crawford workout.
Yeah.
After one of the shows.
Because y'all got there before me. Y'all had a.
They had something that Saturday too.
Teal had a workout too, I think.
We went to
Oh yeah,
Jake
Saturday
Paul.
was Crawford Porter in the morning.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was a hard.
That was a tough week, man.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
Tough week. Also, right before that was the
The other week.
Oh, and then the next week, like Tio had a workout, and then they fucking gave us Haney and JoJo on another day too, like
that's
some
right.
morning too. And I was like, fucking hell.
An early ass in the morning.
Yeah, that was
Did you not
rough.
make
That
up
was-
twice?
Oh, I mean, the
We were
Fury
like
Welder
3.
week was also busy too.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of things that week also.
Did Tio do something that week as well? They all, like,
Teo was
blurred
the
together.
Haney week, wasn't it?
What?
No.
No, but we did a bunch of stuff
What
during the
week
Fury
was
week
that?
also.
No. Teo was the Crawford week.
Right, and they also had they had Haney on the Canelo week.
Canelo week.
Right, you're right.
And Jake Paul.
That's right. And then
And we went to the Jake Paul breakfast thing at that bar last week.
Right. With the robot shit.
That hotel was, I've never been there before.
No, everybody.
Richard's here too.
There's a light!
Here, Rachel. Yes, that right here.
Did you see Reymart?
Yeah, I did.
Did you give him the belt, the
The-
medal?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will start our press conference.
Nonito, fourth round knockout, man, to the body. Just overall, your impressions of how the fight played out for those 4 rounds, and then if you could set up the knockout for us.
Well, first, I expected a different fight from him. We worked on a counter left hook. He was trying to nullify that left hook by stepping back and throwing a straight right down the middle. So what I planned to do was different. So I had to kind of feel him out a little bit. My wife was always in the back, which my head trainer is, was in the back. He's reaching in. Use your legs. Feint here and there until he reach in, and then you can get him with counters and stuff like that. And then my dad was also saying to go to the body, and she was also saying to go to the body. And I see it. I saw it. So with my wife and my dad's tandem of the strategy that we worked on, which is to set up, to move around, to give him a different look, and then to counter over the head, and then of course the body was given with the left hook. But then early on, I kept trying to tag him to the right, because I knew he would go over, and I would come into the left and give him to the right, so he would miss the hook, and I would catch him in the left, and that paid off a little bit until the left hook, which he didn't expect, he was covering his head, and then it went to the body.
He's usually a hyper-aggressive fighter, and just talking with everybody here, we felt that your power really made him think twice about being aggressive. And like, did you notice like a change in his body language after you connected a few solid shots in that first round?
He was powerful too. He was strong. I didn't expect him to be that strong, or he tried to just sit down and try to brawl with me. That was not in my expectation. And of course, my power was when I felt like I needed to go there, because he was showing what he was throwing. And so I was able to block a lot of it, like with the straight. I knew it was coming, and I would just block it. Boom, I knew it was coming, and then, until I could time it. But he fought a different fight. I thought he fought a great fight, but, our strategy was better.
When you look at the future, Nonito, where do you want to go from here in terms of your division? Because I also saw a thing that you're thinking about maybe moving down a division with fights with Roman and Gallo Estrada.
Well, my future would be 1 belt, 2 belt, 3 belt, 4 belts. And of course, the person that makes it happen would be Richard.
So that would be
That's the
Casimiro,
priority.
would that be Donaire?
Well, we're going to have to see now what the WBO is going to rule, if the title is going to become vacant, if there's a way we can fight for the vacant title and unify those 2 belts. Mr. Honda is here. I know he's a promoter. I had conversations with him before and tonight again. So that's a possibility. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. But I just want to quickly add something else. There were like thousands of fans of yours here in attendance, and everybody was screaming and yelling. And when you guys are going to rewatch the telecast, you're going to hear 2 little voices, but those 2 little voices were the loudest voices, really the only voices I've heard. And they kept yelling, "Body shot,
Yes.
body shot,
Yes,
body
yes,
shot."
I heard that
and
too.
that was his kids.
That was my
his
kids. My son, I remember that's what they kept saying.
Yeah.
Body shot,
Yeah.
body shot. And I
just
heard it.
those.
And I heard
was
that. And I'm
sitting
like,
across
oh.
from them.
Right.
And I heard them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember. I was like,
I'm like, I don't know if I should get my kids in there. And I'm like, I hear body shot, come on, Papa, body shot, boom. So I gotta give it, I'm not gonna give it to my wife or my dad, I'm gonna give it to my kids this time.
So the Undisputed is going to trump a move down to get maybe fights with Chocolatito or Estrada?
I mean, that's definitely what my ultimate goal, you know. But again, there's things that happen in that we can't foresee. That's Richard's job to make things happen for me.
Yeah, you have the COVID situation in Japan as well. We have to see how that plays out. As I said, we have to see how the WBO situation plays out. But I think there's some great challenges at 115, which Nonito said is a division, you know, he'd like to conquer as well. So there are opportunities there, but there are opportunities at 122 as well. So there's a lot of fights which can be made. And I think if you look between 126 and 115, he is the star, he is the biggest name in the sport, he is the legend. And I think what I like to add as well, and you guys know my opinion on that, I think Nonito, with everything he has achieved in his career, but particularly what he has achieved in his last couple of years, where he took down everyone, he really belongs as much in the top 10 pound-for-pound fighters as Inoue does. Because I think if you look at his overall resume, it's there, or in my opinion, it's actually better. So I do believe there's a strong case to be made after that performance tonight, beating an undefeated, hungry, 14-year younger opponent who came to fight, that Nonito Donaire belongs again. He was there before, but he belongs again at age 39 in the top 10 pound-for-pound.
Nonito, this is your second fourth-round KO in a row. I want to say in the same building too, right? We're going to want to fight anywhere else?
Hey, that's what they said, you know, every time I come in here, welcome home, champ. You know, this is what Carson has always been for me. They've always been great to me, and I've always won a lot of fights out here, and they've always been taking care of me. So, you know, home is a home, and I'm always welcome here.
I heard Sergio Mora tweet earlier this week something about you guys coming, I don't know if it was out of the Olympics or something. Basically, like you guys were, you've been in the game for a long time and giving you a lot of respect from that. Do you feel that from the boxing community still?
Definitely. I mean, I come into a place and you know, everybody knows who I am, especially in the boxing world, you know, and they've always given me respect from the biggest guys to the smallest guys, you know, to the most well popular guys to not, you know, they've always given me respect. So I know I made that possible.
I got two for you, Nonito. One, obviously, if you're mentioning it, you feel you can make the weight, but how difficult would it be, in your opinion, to go to 115?
Did I tell you? Did I tell you?
Yes,
yesterday?
you told me,
I was
yeah.
116 yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why I had to go up and drink.
I had to drink some
Yeah.
water.
So that's not the first time I went to 116. So I know that I can make it happen with you know, it's not a problem.
I know you have a lot of options, but this fight was televised in Japan, and you know, Donaire, Reymart is a big fight in Japan.
That would be great.
And yeah, I asked this question many times, but you don't mind to go to Japan to actually fight him?
Well, you know, I went there once, and I can do it again. You know, again, that's Richard's point of view to make. You know, I will fight anybody's backyard.
Donaire, Richard was mentioning possibly going to 122. The champions there are Stephen Fulton and MJ.
Bring it on.
Do you have any opinions on how Fulton looked in his previous fight? Have you seen it?
I mean, I saw it, and it was a rough fight, you know, but my focus right now is the 118, and that's pretty much where I you know, I don't want to spread myself too thin like I did in the past, you know, so, but yeah, I'm ready for everybody.
Nonito, how does it feel to be at this point in your career, not only as well respected as you are in the boxing community, but kind of even the way it plays out stylistically in fights? Like right now, we just saw you take on a 14-year younger challenger.
Age ain't nothing but a number, bro.
And I feel like in the end, it came down to a case of a good young fighter just losing to a great old fighter. Is that a surreal feeling that you feel you get more often in the ring now?
No, you know, it's I don't ever look at the weight or the age. You know, I mean, the guys I'm sparring right now, they're younger than me, and you know, I'm doing a pretty good job with them, and they're a tremendous fighter. They do a good job with me. I don't see any age. I mean, if I crack you with one punch and it's gonna hit, I don't care if I'm 50 years old, you go down.
What did you say to Reymart after the fight? I saw you had a moment with him.
I told him, don't be disappointed. Don't be disappointed. You did a great job. You're gonna be a champion, and whatever I can do to help, I will help you. I promise you that.
Do you see some of yourself in him now that you've spent the past week with him? And
I do. You know, I was that little shy kid. just very innocent and just very shy, but when I came in here, I was hungry, I saw a little bit of that when we were in the press conference, just a really nice kid, and I was like that.
Rachel,
before I met her, she tainted me.
I wanted to get your assessment of how Nonito looked tonight.
Well, I think in the first couple of rounds, I think your cape had fallen off way too soon. He was a little bit cold. It took a while, and I knew it was going to take a little bit more to bring him out. As far as when we saw Gaballo actually starting to throw way off of his feet, he was missing, and that's what we wanted. I think with him being young, he was trigger happy, wanted to get those big shots off. But just little feints was getting him to throw combinations when he wasn't standing there anymore. We had worked the body a lot, sparring with Tomoki Kameda and Angela Leo, and that was something that, if you were a fly on the wall in that gym, it was amazing sparring. And he lit up the body when we were sparring. So the game plan, there were certain things that weren't working that we thought was going to work. Gaballo's corner really did a good job in evading his left hook. But that wasn't what we were really focusing on. We were really focusing on the body shots.
Yes, we did.
Do you like the idea of the move down to 115 at this stage in Nonito's career?
I mean, I think that he can do it. I've seen it. Again, he didn't weigh in at 117.9 or 118 on the dot. He weighed in at 117.2, and he was at 116 and then rehydrated. And he did that with the Inoue fight. So 1 pound, the way that he's healthy and the way that he cuts weight during fight week is the smartest way. I don't mess with it. He's done it for how many years, and I keep complete hands off of that side.
Question for both of you then. Do you guys feel that he's just too big, too strong for the guys at 115? And if he were to match up with a Roman or a Gallo or a Rungvisai, that your natural advantages would be too much for them when you match up with them?
Well, first, I don't think it's a natural. Well, first, let me just put this out there. I don't think that we're doing it because of a natural advantage. We're doing it because that was a division that he could not get that 115 title in. Mm-hmm. So we're not doing it for any other type of advantage for that. This is just for his legacy. That's what we're after now.
Nonito, you proved that there's still plenty left in the tank tonight. Is the main goal, the Inoue fight, or these other options that?
The main goal is definitely getting all the belts right here. And whoever stands in that way, with Richard's genius in making the fight happen, that's the goal. Is becoming undisputed champion of the world.
And I think what is important as well at this point, he has achieved so much. I mean, there's nothing. He's a sure shot first ballot Hall of Famer. So he's a 9-time world champion, 4 different weight classes. So 39 years old. So I think what we want to do as well, we want to go and do where he can make the most money as well. So let's so we're going to be open. We want to get the biggest challenges. We want to unify. That's clearly the goal. That's what he told me. But at the same time, if somebody offers us a big amount of money to go to 115 or 122, and it's a challenge Nonito likes, then we're certainly going to look at that. So we're very open-minded with the first goal being the unification. And again, I had very productive conversations with Mr. Honda. I don't believe there's going to be an issue to get that fight done in Japan. They welcomed Nonito very warmly. He has a lot of fans in Japan. But again, it's going to come down to the financial aspects of that fight and if it makes sense for us.
What's different the second time around, you guys feel, with the Inoue fight?
You or me?
Well, the first thing is I fought differently. I think it knocked some good senses in me that now I'm using a lot of strategy. I'm not just the kind of guy who goes out there and just guns and blazing. I'm actually going back into the old me where I'm all about strategy. And that's one thing with her is that we create a strategy for her looking at foot placement, and that's what she kept trying to tell me. Nullify his foot, square him up, and this and that, and then I would look up the upper body and counter. So our tandem is really great, and that's something that I didn't have in the fight with Inoue, and I think that's something that this time around will be the biggest key factor of defeating Inoue.
And just a quick question on the possibility of a Casimiro fight. I know there's been some complications in the past. Is that fight possible? I know that You know, the
Well, for
business
me, it's
aspects
just,
and some of the
it's
personal
mainly
things?
for me is somebody who holds that belt. Whoever holds that belt is who I'm fighting, you know, and if he puts himself in that position, then yes, you know, and again, the person to make that happen, of course, it would be Richard Schaefer. I've never ducked anyone, and I will never be that person. I will fight, and I will have my goal of having 4 belts right here in front of you guys.
Nonito, what happens if you do become undisputed? Like after?
Well, that's something that I haven't been yet, so therefore it's just another thing to think about. You know, I mean, this camp was just tremendous for us. I mean, it had a lot of balls thrown at us, right?
Yeah, this camp was not an easy camp, and he never makes anything easy for me. So
Never.
you know that's not anything new. But Richard, this is the first time, so you might want to capture his reaction. But during camp, Nonito lost his tooth. His
Last
front
both-
tooth.
I was just biting on something and it came off.
And it broke.
Yes.
So that's one. So, and we were like in between like sparrings and stuff. It wasn't at sparring, but I had to find a dentist that was going to do it within 24 hours of temp and then get his permanent within 2 weeks because we were afraid of the
Wow.
mouthpiece. So
Yeah, the mouthpiece issue
watch
was the
for that
biggest
footage
thing.
because that's
Yeah.
going to be fun to see him without a tooth.
And then
And then there was a COVID outbreak at the gym, and he got COVID. And within 3 days, he burned it. We tested, 8 times.
yeah, and we test everybody too in the gym.
We test ever since
Everybody.
then.
Ever
We
since then,
tested
we test everybody who comes in.
everybody in the gym. So
but
we
that was one
partnered
of our things.
with Clear Health Pass.
Yes,
It's down there.
This
We
guy-
partnered with Clear Health Pass because they're actually bringing affordable at-home testing that is not, you don't have to use anything up your nose. Because of these things, what we did in our camp after that exposure, him having to get testing positive on a consistent basis, we started questioning everybody that came in that gym. And we already had a closed gym, but when it came to the guys that he was sparring, because that's where you would get it, is the guys that are sparring.
So we test everybody.
We tested our
After
sparring
that,
partners
yeah.
every single time that they sparred, and that's the best way to catch COVID is because of the 3 to 4 days in between the testing twice a week.
There you go. So we have a lot of obstacles going into this fight, but you know we made it happen. You know, nothing takes us down.
Nonito, did you feel different in the ring just after having COVID? Did you feel any effects?
Honestly, yeah, I did feel a little bit. You know, it was you know, it's like coming out from being sick. You know, you don't just get your lungs going, but it didn't take long. It took about a day or two sparring. I was back to normal. So, you know, I'm blessed with the health that I have, you know, just being healthy, eating healthy, that it didn't really affect me. You know, I know other people, it took them a long time to recover. But because, you know, this is my second time or, you know, having it. So, you know, I'm just blessed that I'm always healthy, you know. And of course, other people don't have that ability to just take and burn the thing out of your system. But I did, and I did it twice. You know, the first one was 3 days. Both of them were 3 days, you know, that I got it out of my system. But, you know, again, everybody's not the same. Everybody's different in the way they are. But just being healthy is the key.
How's your tooth?
The tooth is good.
It's permanent now.
It's permanent now.
Which one is it? Is it the
This one right here. The one to the right.
The ones who look new and shiny.
Yes, the one that looks shiny. You know what's funny? It happened too when I was fought Montiel.
The night before Montiel, we were at Ruth Chris
that was
on
horrible.
Paradise at 11 o'clock at night. After he ate his steak, he bit into the Brad. And all of a sudden, he's like cracked
The night
off.
before.
The night before, yeah.
So he actually had to
Yeah,
go to.
I have to have temporary on that fight.
Surprise is good luck charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't break my teeth though.
I'm just curious. We were all freezing outside. Did you feel the cold at all?
No, I thought it was gonna be affected because that's why we brought that thing. She bought it, in the cape and all that stuff. But
I made
you
him
know,
wear it, but he didn't want to.
Yeah. No, you're right. Richard was wanting to wear it, but honestly, you know, it was difficult because I came in there. You know, there was a thought in my head, and that's why maybe kind of played in my head. That's why I kind of slowed down in the beginning, but it didn't really affect me at all. You know, I wasn't cold in there. You know, when the adrenaline starts kicking. And once they start to warm up, you know, with her and stuff like that, I mean, the mind can play tricks on us a lot of times. And when you start to think about it, you know, when I start to cool down and just refuse to listen to my thoughts, then that's when I started performing.
39 years young.
That's right, baby. More than fine.
Nice hearing, by the way, Rachel.
Thank you.
Yes. So thank you guys so much, man. Really
Thank
appreciate
you.
you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, sure. Yeah, just come with us.
Can you go to, can you go to Hyatt?
Oh yeah, let's go to the
You wanna go over here?
It's okay, Richard. I can't do that too, Richard. So I can't help you there.
Okay, well, I King Kong, you probably could.
Yeah, he told me that.
They don't want anything else up there. It's already later.
Can I hand it to you? Are you able to get through there?
Oh, man.
Hey guys, we're gonna change real quick. Give us just a couple minutes. He's changing.
Just making sure.
I'm just, I'm just doing my job. I like your camera. There you go. That's really nice.
What's up, Brian Singer?
Where?
Got you guys live backstage.
You want to do this or just, and then that? All right. Guys, be quick, guys. Let him.
Baby, can I sneak in before you guys start? Can I sneak in?
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Amazing.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. See you guys later.
Bye, baby.
How are you? Good, huh?
Do we really have to be at a house so we can sleep over with you? I want to sleep over at you at the hotel. Make sure you don't. Boy, get over here. Papa's gonna ask you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Na-expect mo ba na ganitong mangyari?
Hindi. Kasi akala ko na iba yung style niya. Pag iba yung style niya, akala ko makuha talaga siya. But iba yung pinakita niya ngayon eh. At nahirapan ako sa early round. And then until na nakuha, parang na-warm up ako, doon nangyari yung
Yung nilapitan mo siya, pwede mo bang i-share sa amin kung ano yung sinabi mo sa kanila?
Sabi ko sa kanya na wag kang don't be tawag nito, don't be sad or parang wag kang
ma-disappoint.
Oo, wag kang ma-disappoint kasi wag kang mawala ng pag-asa kasi alam ko na magaling ka. So kung ano man yung maitutulong ko sa'yo, I'm here. Gagawin ko.
So with this win, can Father Time really be beaten?
Never. No one has ever beat Father Time. No one will. You know, I just do nag-roll ako, nag-training ako ng gusto at mind, body, and spirit. Yun po ang training ko ng gusto na confident ako.
How did you mark that near prediction?
Nakita ko yung suntok niya at nakita ko din yung saan yung posisyon ng elbow niya. So doon ko sinuntok sa tiyan at nakita ko kasi yung opening doon.
This is the last question. This is not the end of for Gallo. How do you see this career after loss for the future Hall of Famer?
I go fight by fight basis lang at kung makuha ko yung ma-unify ko yung belt, yun yung talagang inaasa ko na makuha.
Message mo sa mga Pilipinong sumuporta sa iyo?
Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo lahat, sa lahat ng mga malaking suporta binigay niyo sa akin, sa amin, mga boxing hero galing na sa Pilipinas. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyo at more to come po. Salamat po at happy holidays.
Kaya pa picture lang. Isa lang. Thank you. Thank you guys. Ay,
Isang mensahe lang sa mga kapamilya that we were so excited to watch this and just na.
Nagpapasalamat po ako sa inyong lahat, sa lahat ng mga binigay niyo malaking suporta sa akin at nanood po kayo ng laban at more to come. Again, happy holidays po sa inyo lahat.
And actually, Donnie fought this morning. Did you see Donnie's fight today?
I didn't see. Wala akong nakitang laban kasi nag-focus po ako sa laban.
That's a focus draw.
Thank you guys.
Before we go.
Thank you.
Just want a picture, man.
Okay.
Hey, can I get a picture?
Back here, Sam. No, it's Nonito. Jerry, did you pack one of these in there by accident?
How many of these Carson fights have we done?
Yeah, a lot, no?
You're undefeated when I'm here, by the way.
That's not.
No, I've not used the pencil pen in like forever. Someone's got to watch. Jack the NASC guys. Or not NASC, the CSC guys.
If you say that the high
guy pretty much got the full on access and even got a little bit extra behind the scenes. So this is my farewell to you guys in the journey and the ones that are here from Sean's fight by fight coverage. Appreciate you guys always. Stay tuned. Next week we're going to be doing the Jake Paul and Woodley 2, the rematch. It'll be going down, but at the same time, appreciate you guys always staying locked in. These are the two little ones right here.
Yeah. You got it.
Those are the two little ones right there that was screaming to the body. Those are the two that were screaming to the body, right? Yeah, they were. So those are trainer of the year right there. Those two little ones back there.
No, but legitimately, Rachel is nominated for WBC Trainer of the Year.
Oh, word?
I go lie, I voted for her.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's her, Coach Eddie Reynoso.
Yeah, great performance. So appreciate you guys staying tuned and locked in. Like I said, just stay tuned on FightHype. Everything will be broken down. We got some Lomachenko stuff that was posted throughout. My boy Lance Pugmire and also my boy Rockman's getting all that. Usyk, Loma, Comey, Tyson Fury was singing to Bob Arum. So just stay tuned, stay locked in. Appreciate you guys as always over here.
Have to look at the whole wide options out there. What is available? I know there is interest from the Middle East as well to have Nonito Donaire fight in the Middle East, either in Dubai or in Saudi as well. And because there's a very large Filipino population in those two countries. We had a show last night. Gaballo had a show last night in Dubai,